My name is Jackson. I am primarily a sculptor, but more so recently a mixed media artist. I go to school at UT Chattanooga. Yeah,
Can you talk about when in your life you began your creative pursuit and kind of what led you there?
that's a great question. I really have from day one been making stuff. Never really knew that it was like an interest in art specifically. When I was younger, I thought I wanted to be an inventor. And as I developed in making things, I realized that I didn't want to make things that had a formal purpose. I wanted to make things that had a aesthetic or like thought-provoking purpose.
So, how did your practice change over time with that?
I started as a graphic designer. That's what I went to school for initially because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And I took one sculpture class at my school and it completely changed everything for me in a sense of I do not want to sit at a computer for my whole life, and being able to work with your hands is it's the best.
What's a foundation of inspiration for you? Is it a person, a place, a book, an experience?
It is a desire for reason or a purpose or more so to create your own purpose. That's a great question because it's kind of a existential thing of a big question on my mind constantly is why am I here? What is the point? And art is kind of opposing that in a sense of there is no reason. So do what you're just inspired to do. And in the actual form or aesthetic of what I make is typically, it comes from a desire to reuse or recycle or be sustainable in my practice, whether that be in terms of ideas or actual physical materials.
Okay. Can you describe about your experience here at Azule?
It's been fantastic. This is the perfect environment to foster creativity. This building specifically is so lovingly crafted top to bottom. And I've spent so much time just walking around looking at stuff and finding little trinkets hidden around and all this sort of stuff. And then the surrounding area is perfect. You got to take a walk. You got to go take a walk through the woods because it is beautiful.
Do you care to show us a little bit of what you've been
Absolutely.
working on?
I'd love to. This piece, I haven't come up with a title yet. I'm thinking posted because of this lovely sign, but the image that is depicted is a photo I took in the woods a mile or so from here of an old abandoned hunting shack that really captured me. And so I took a photo of that scene, and then in terms of the depiction of it, I'm trying to discuss hunting, specifically hunting for game and sport as opposed to for food. And that's why I have a squirrel depicted as I think a symbol of that. And so there's this moment where there's a self-portrait moment of angled holding a weapon, but then it's an animal holding up kind of a sign that's reminiscent of surrender or with then the posted sign being kind of an opposing thing of is this land ownable, or that is a relatively new idea that represents or that is created by humans that did you ask the squirrels if you can have this land? And then all of the framing and everything is taken from the woods around here. The outer frame and the inner frame both. And this piece was actually taken from the shack. I pulled it off of the wall out there. It was about to fall off on its own. And so that's a physical homage to the represented image. And yeah, I really like how this one turned out.